Hello and welcome. I'm Travesty Brimstone. Today I will be showing you a simple way of storing loose game cards using VHS covers. This is a way of storing the games that I use. Let's take a look. So here's a VHS box and it has two Sega Mega Drive games. Even these bigger games such as Sonic and Knuckles fit here quite well. They do rattle a bit. You can even make Asian card fit quite well. They still move around there, but it's a nice way to keep the dust out from the games. Of course, if you want, you can use these in similar way as universal game cases so that you print labels. I haven't done that because I don't really need to do that. Since these VHS cases are a little bit bigger than original Mega Drive cases, they might not look as good side by side, but if you have a lot of loose games and you want to have some sort of protection for them, then VHS covers are really good. Two Master System games fit in really nice as well, and they do move around a bit, but once again, to keep the dust out, I don't really keep these in a shelf, so I don't need to print any covers for these. With NES games, you need actually bigger VHS boxes, but they do fit quite nicely inside. I don't know how common these bigger VHS boxes are outside of Finland. In Finland, they're not very common. They were originally for rental movies, so that rental stores would not buy any videos that were meant for consumers to buy, because, well, rental stores had to get a license so that they're allowed to rent anything out, and that's here in Finland. Let's look at the size difference of VHS box and NES box. There is quite the size difference, and I think they are a little bit thicker as well. A little bit thicker, these VHS boxes. With SNES games or Super Famicom games, you can only fit one to a VHS box. Here's a PAL game and a North American SNES game. With N64 games, once again, just one fits in. If you try to put two, it won't close. And the size, there is a slight size difference between N64 boxes and VHS covers. With some of the smaller systems like Game Gear, you can fit a few games in. I don't have many loose games here, so, but you can also use the standard first party clamshells, and 3 games and a game in a clamshell fits just fine on a VHS box. With DS games, I would never use VHS boxes because the DS games are so small. So I have this carry case if I find loose games, and I've found 2 of these carry cases on flea markets for 50 cents, just in case at some point I'll find more loose games. With Game Boy games, you know, there were the first party clamshells. There's always been these third party clamshells as well. And for Game Boy Advance, these were actually quite nice. I should have bought more back in the days. Mad Cats. Protective cases that stick together and they can be easily removed from one another. But I do use VHS cases for my Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games. Prototypes don't really fit on the first party boxes. The game isn't first party, just in case you were wondering. It's a pirate Super Mario 4. And prototypes don't fit on these third party cases either. But yeah, you can fit quite many games, Game Boy games, to one VHS box. I have seen a better way of storing Game Boy games, which has been for putting into a folder and having those sleeves where you put collectible cards in. But I don't really have that many loose games, so I haven't done that yet anyway. But there you have it. Quite simple way. Easy to make covers for these if you want. Don't have to pay even all that much. You can find VHS covers for free often, or complete VHS tapes, and you can take if you don't like the movie or whatever TV show that's on it, you can just throw the VHS away and take the case. I personally still watch VHS movies, so yeah, I'm not going to throw this away or anything. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.